Alright, guys, welcome back. We are watching Chainsaw Man Season 1, Episode 1. I asked on Patreon a few days ago what I should watch. Quite a few people said Chainsaw Man. Sounds good. I don't know really anything about it. I think it's probably pretty different than other things we've seen on the channel, so maybe that'll be a cool switch up for some stuff. I don't know. I don't really know anything about this anime at all. I know it was super popular for a while, like when it came out. I guess that was a few years ago now. But I honestly, I don't think I have like any spoilers about anything. Um, I don't think I know what the main character looks like. I guess I know that there's chainsaws involved. Um, Man, what else? I don't know. I guess I don't really know what to say because I don't know anything about it. So I guess we're just gonna get started. We're watching Chainsaw Man, Season 1, Episode 1. You can line your own copy up with this if you want to. We are starting in 3, 2, 1. Ooh. Looks very interesting. The animation, like the environment we're in, you know? Hmm. A bunch of blank pieces of paper on a door. Interesting. Okay. Sure. What what could be inside there, huh? Was that a dream? Or like a memory? Of course, I want to say it'd have more meaning. Okay. Looks like a pretty rough place to be living. Surprised you have a job, honestly, but oh, it looks good. The lighting? Hmm. Walking out of the woods like that, maybe it is just somewhere okay. That's not very much. For the kidney, for the kidney, what do you mean? Yeah, and the eye patch. Okay, great. That's not very much. That is not very much at all. Okay. Well, there's our chainsaw. Pochita. Okay. All right. 300,000 for killing a devil. Okay, devils, sure. He starts Pochita off like a chainsaw. And there's the fruit covered in eyes. Okay. Sure. Okay. All right. All right. Huh. He does not make very much money for this, honestly. 300,000 for killing a devil? I think you get more than that. Oh, I've definitely heard this song before. I've definitely heard this song before. I'll read the lyrics next time. I'm just gonna watch it. Hmm. Interesting. Ooh, she disappeared? That was something. Hmm. I wonder. Oh, that looks so cool. Hmm. All right, all right. Oh, the door from the beginning. Okay. Hmm. Shot of him hugging his little chainsaw dog. That was a good opening. Huh. Raises some intrigue about some things for sure. Oh, he got it. That was easy. Okay. Cool. The Tomato Devil. Oh, he's knowledgeable about it. Dingy. Okay. Buy on the black market. Who is buying devil corpses? Oh, well, maybe I get it. Oh God. Oh, you get $5. Sorry, man. You don't get anything. Okay. Yeah, that's better than I thought. How much? How much you gonna have left? So what? For how long? Great. That's impossible. What are you gonna do? What is Pochita? Hmm. Ooh. Well, he's in debt for one thing. Yeah, exactly. Ooh, interesting. Okay, so Pochita is a devil. Interesting. Why is the Yakuza buying devil corpses? I'm sure they have their reasons. He's obedient. Interesting. I feel like that's okay. Him taking on his father's debt, he's obedient. 100. What? Price? Really? Okay. I guess. Sure is obedient, huh? Okay. Great. Seems like he's in with the right crowd, huh? Hmm. What, Poachita gonna eat it instead? Oh no, okay. 3 days. Okay. Oh, yeah. How does he pays a water bill out here? I'm surprised there's water hooked up. Hmm. I not at this rate. Seems so lonely. I mean, this looks awful, frankly. Sure, yeah. Hmm. Interesting. Hmm. Oh. Shut up. I guess they just threatened him. Yeah. Great. Probably. Hmm. It's completely trapped. Oh, hi there. Yeah. Meet him right here, right now, huh? Hmm. I'm dead anyway. Oh, it's also injured. Yeah. Like he thinks they're the same. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Right. Sure. Thinks of his. Okay. Yeah. Wants to do what? Anything to save. Anything, really. Good to know devils understand English. Oh. Contract. You gotta save mine. Interesting. Okay, okay. Okay, so he does want to live. I was wondering if he was being like fully nihilistic. But no, he does want to live, of course. Although combined with what he said earlier, I don't know. Huh. Oh God. What a sad shot. Yeah. Wonder how long it's been since then. Hmm. The simple things, huh? The things he doesn't have. Oh, God. Oh no. Okay. Is this not a normal thing for you? Yeah. Oh, God. Oh, someone is here? Okay. Man. So immediately it's interesting. The things he's trying to. We'll talk about it in the discussion. I just don't have time. I just think it's interesting the things he's saying to try and give his life some meaning, or the things he wants that he thinks will give his life some meaning, I suppose. Ooh, I wonder if that dream he had last night about the door, if that's like a reoccurring thing for him. It's in the opening, so. Really being faced with his mortality, though, huh? Hmm. This. Oh, is that all? Is that really it? Yeah, this seems like a very suspicious. Um, they like don't want to kill him or something, do they? I guess I don't know why they would do that here instead of out in the middle of nowhere where he lives already. Oh. Oh no. Are you? I don't know about that. Yeah, but oh, right. Oh. Oh, right. Okay. Is he okay? They were inspired by him, huh? Oh, are they just like puppets now? Great. Devil Hunter Coon. Yeah, seems like it, huh? Man. Well, the people he was indebted to were dead, right? That's good. Hmm. And yet they were calling him so obedient like a dog, you know? The zombie devil. Okay. Hmm. Tear him apart and throw the pieces in the trash. Oh god, is he is needs I mean, I don't know how he's going to not die when he just got stabbed through the chest with a sword. Oh, the exit. Okay. Good move. Okay, I guess. They're stupid enough to fall over it. Oh, God. Oh. Oh, I mean, I know he's not gonna die. He's the main character, right? Like, surely. Oh, God. I don't know how that's possible, though. Yeah, you didn't. Yeah. You just wanted normal things. Hmm. Jesus. Okay. Great. Hmm. Is he in the dumpster? Awesome. Awesome. Good. What what do we do? God. Awesome. Oh, well, Pochita can heal with blood, but is that even close to enough? Cut down some trees. Oh yeah, I guess cutting down trees makes sense when you got the chainsaw, I guess. God, must be fucking insanely hard work. Hmm. Pochita does seem like a pretty weak devil in comparison, right? Oh, interesting. Okay, sure. Oh god. That's so sad that he thinks that this debt to the Yakuza is more important than his life, you know? Yeah, live a normal life. It's all he wanted. But what does it mean to be normal, I guess, you know? Okay, alright. Oh, wow, yeah. Taking over his body, oh man. Is it like mechanical, literally like a chainsaw? Oh, god. So Pochita takes over his body, but I assume, is it still him, though? Yeah. Hmm? Oh, okay. You can speak now. Oh, sure. Interesting. Okay. Hmm. I'm gonna hope we can trust Pochita. Right? Surely we can, right? Hmm. Oh. Oh, he has the pull thing now. Oh, fuck. What happens if you pull it? Where's the chainsaw? He's back. Gross. Okay, sure, sure. Come on, what do we got? God, they're going fast this time. An interesting question. Yeah. Hmm. Sure. Exactly. Yeah. God, I was going to talk about that in the discussion. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. What does it mean to have a normal life? What does it mean to have a better life? You know? Yeah. Yeah. There isn't like some baseline you need to meet. I mean, it was a bad thing for them, right? That's the, you know. I think there's certainly some meaning to that they became zombies for this reason, you know. What? Okay. He's just gonna explode into a bunch of chainsaws. Hmm. Well, we'll see. Come on. Something crazy is gonna happen. God, they are really piling on each other. Oh, there it is. There it is. They're gonna spin around in a circle and one-shot them all. Perfect. Okay. He certainly does have some chainsaws. God, that looks horrifying. Well, there we go. There's Chainsaw Man, huh? It's literally. No. There we go. Looks a little bit stronger than when he just used Pochita as like a little chainsaw, huh? Oh god. I hope he's gotten a durability upgrade with his new emerged form. Oh, I mean, seems like it, right? Yeah, he seems fine. Okay. Seems like some pretty easy enemies to handle for your first time using this body, huh? I must feel good in a sense to kill all these Yakuza people, but I don't know if he would view it that way. Maybe it's not fair to look at it like that, but I don't know. I mean, a lot of these people might just be random people that are victims of this devil and not part of the Yakuza. But other than that, you know. Nice. The big. Oh god, the scream. Jesus. Okay. All right. All right. I assume that probably takes out all the zombies. If he was like the one controlling them, right? God, he is fucking covered in blood. No? Maybe not. Do they just stand still? Oh. Okay. Gotta kill you all too. Yeah. Expecting 300,000 yen per kill. Hmm. I would have to think about this, whether or not it's a good thing, I suppose. Like his attitude, yeah, his attitude about this is interesting. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Huh. In a sense, obviously it would be this relief, this freedom that he has now, you know, that he's not gonna be crushed by debt forever because they all fucking died, right? But I don't know. I don't know. Huh. Hmm. I would say the important part of freedom is what you do with it. Ooh. Who's showing up now? Okay. Very, interesting clothing. Can't tell if they're, like, wearing suits? Yeah. It's a god. Yeah. Oh, that eye. God, her eye looks crazy. There he is. Can he get out of that form? Man, she is unfazed by this, huh? Just completely. Just gonna walk right up to him? He probably smells like intestines. Sure is. Oh. Okay. Oh. Hmm. Interesting. Okay. He just melts back to normal. God, her eyes. He's human. Okay. Hmm. Well, he got to it before you. Devil Hunter from the Public Safety Bureau. What, it's like a government position to be a devil hunter? Or can be my human pet. I I don't know if I like the sound of that. Hmm. I supposed to be free now, right? But I know that would be tempting for him, of course, right? Jam. Interesting. Oh god, I gotta think about this. Interesting. Yeah, of course it does, right? Of course it does. Hmm. Okay, okay. That was a good first episode. Denji is a very interesting character. I don't know. I'm gonna have to think about it. I'm gonna have to think about it, about what's being said with all of this, you know? Like, I guess my immediate thing here is I just don't know if this is a good thing. I mean, she was literally threatening him and saying, either I'll kill you or you have to be my human pet. Like, obviously, for most people, neither of those options are, like, a very good thing, right? For Dingy, I can understand why being a human pet would be interesting, you know? I don't know, huh? I guess it seems like to me, the thing Dingy needs is to be able to take control over his life, right? It seems like now, seems like that's what we're really setting him up for, right? Is like control of his life was wrested away from him at such a young age by his father dying and him being bound to his debt. And now it seems like, you know, it's like he was free from it almost. And now this girl has shown up who is going to make him her human pet. So I don't know. I don't know. Huh. Oh, I gotta think about it. I don't know. Okay, we'll talk about the episode in the discussion. Okay, let's talk about the episode. That was a good first episode. Yeah, I don't know. That was good. I am immediately intrigued by a lot of stuff about our main character. Maybe some themes we might be exploring here. That kind of seems, you know, seems like the idea of, I don't know, just like what you're gonna do with your life. Seems that's a, kind of a general theme that a lot of stuff covers, right? But that does seem to be something very very relevant to the story. So I don't know. I'm excited to see where we're gonna go with it. We start off here in this weird dream, nightmare, memory. Maybe it's just a dream. I assume, again, I mean, Denji wakes up from this. He mentions a dream again later, so I assume this is him dreaming this, right? Um, Walks up to a door with a bunch of blank pieces of paper on it. How much do I want to overanalyze a bunch of blank pieces of paper? Um, all I'm gonna say is, to me, like thematically, or just like symbolically, I guess, a blank piece of paper, you can very easily imagine it representing like a possibility, right? And the idea of possibility seems like something that could be relevant to where this story is going, with the idea of like what Denji wants to do with his life, I guess, right? The idea that it's a blank piece of paper, right? Now I have no like I have no idea if that's what this is saying at all, right? There's I if it is, I'm just lucky, right? This could I assume it probably means something, right? It's weird, a door with a bunch of blank pieces of paper on it, but I don't know. That's really just overanalyzing just like what I imagine a blank piece of paper could mean, right? Reaches out to the door and like also like a locked door that he's reaching out to open. Also, kind of in the same vein, right? Like anything could be behind it. But again, I mean, it depends like what the context of the scene is, right? For all we know, again, this is some kind of memory. This is some kind of like it's something, right? So if we are looking at this purely as if it's just a dream that means nothing and it only has thematic meaning, that's I guess that's what my analysis of it would be blank pieces of paper make me think of the idea of possibility. Same with a locked door that like we don't know what's behind, you know, reaching out and opening the door, you know, maybe that's what Denji needs to do, you know what I mean? Taking control in some sense, right? But who knows? Like this could be something plot relevant that's going to mean something, right? Like I don't know. So we wake up in Denji's shack, I guess. Kind of a rough place. He really can't like organize it better than this. That just seems rough, you know. I just wonder if he's like depressed, if he just finds difficulty in like doing anything, you know. I imagine so in a sense because like his entire life is defined by this debt that he has. He's essentially trapped. He's completely trapped by this debt that he has that was forced onto him, essentially, right? And I imagine it would be pretty difficult to find motivation to do anything in his life at all, right? And like this room, I mean, like it's messy. It's all like, yeah, it doesn't look good. Seems like he doesn't even have like he doesn't have sheets or anything. Like I guess you could say he can't afford them, I guess, but like even then, like I don't know, but there's just I feel like if he got up and made some like basic improvements to his living space, things should probably be a little bit better. But he doesn't even do that. And like I get that probably makes sense, right? I mean, yeah, seems like he has a very rough life. Lives out in the middle of the woods, so. Makes 60,000 a month cutting trees. Not very much. He sold his kidney for 1.2 million yen. It's honestly just not that much for a kidney. Frankly, I just don't even like, especially not the eye. 300,000 for an eye. God, man. It's like immediately though it's interesting because it's like he is willing to give up all of these things that are like important, right? Like his literal body parts, an eye, a kidney, right? All of these like very important things to like you as a person. He's willing to sell them and give them up for this debt, right? I guess you could say maybe he was forced to. But it's interesting, but it's not like he personally has like some motivation to pay off this debt other than the Yakuza guys are going to kill me, right? It doesn't come from a place of him being motivated to like, pay off the debt and like, that's no, it seems like he is much more in like the nihilistic kind of like, yeah, the debt is just like trapped him, you know what I mean? 38 million. Jesus. Can make 300,000 for killing just one devil. So the Yakuza were buying devils from him. I guess, I mean, they end up making a contract with the devil at the end here. I don't know if we're going to see anything more about these Yakuza people. They all died, so I kind of doubt it. But, yeah, I don't know. Huh. The opening was good. I like the opening. I gotta make sure I read the lyrics next time, because I kind of just, like, watched it this time. He kills the tomato devil. He knows a lot about devils, apparently. He knows it can come back from its seeds. I'm wonder if he can't communicate with Pochita yet. I was going to say, I wonder if Pochita told him that, but he can't communicate with Pochita until later, right? So, huh. On that sense, too, I wonder, like, what happened to Pochita now? Now that they're, like, merged, does Pochita exist anymore? Is he going to be, like, inside Denji's mind? Is he, you know what I mean? I don't know. Huh. Yeah, so he got 400,000 minus your loan repayments and interest. That's 1,700. I mean, 170,000. Then after accounting for the brokerage fee, admin fee, overhead, like I don't believe that the Yakuza has brokerage fees and admin fees and overhead. Like, come on. He's just making up excuses to give him as little as possible. Obviously, right? 1,800 yen for food for the month. That's great. That is great. Today's meal is one slice of bread. Repaying his debt. Yeah, it's the debt his piece of shit father left when he died. So, I mean, I don't know. At first I thought it was interesting that Denji decided to take on this debt, but I guess it really is just later that he's threatened into it, right? That he has to. He doesn't have a choice in the matter. Because I guess they just threaten him. But, I don't know. I guess we don't have enough backstory, so I don't really want to say anything yet. But it is interesting. Denji doesn't act like someone who's being threatened with death all the time. You know what I mean? It really seems like he is a little bit too obedient and a little bit too willing to go along with paying off this debt. You know what I mean? Because in a sense, because we say that he's obedient, right? Which makes sense, him going along with what the girl at the end says, too, to be her human pet, right? I wonder if, in a sense, he just wants someone to tell him what to do, essentially, right? It kind of seems like that's what it is, right? That he... Well, it's so early on, it's hard to say exactly, but it seems like the general vibe I get from his attitude about this whole Yakuza debt thing as well is it's just like he's kind of just going with the flow, right? That it's just like this is his place and this is just what he's doing, It seems like he is like depressed and unhappy about it, right? He does dream about having a normal life, whatever that means, But I don't know. I mean, maybe I just haven't seen enough yet to really make a decision about what I think about him. But Give you 100 yen to eat this smoke. Awesome. Great. Being normal would be a dream come true. So Denji just wants to be normal, right? Which I makes sense. His life fucking sucks. It seems like, yeah, like I can't blame him for that, right? of course, it seems like this is something brought up by the show as well, which I enjoy that because I was going to talk about that in the discussion if it didn't, which is just what does it mean to be normal, right? Like, if Denji wants to be normal, okay, he has a baseline of ideas about what he thinks it means to be normal, right? And he wants to meet that, right? He wants to have a girlfriend. He wants to bring a girl back to the shack, go on a date, play video games, all this stuff, right? All these things that I guess he thinks would qualify him as having a normal life, right? And I guess just my question is Denji's desire in that case, is his desire to do those things, is it coming from a place of, oh, he just genuinely wants to do those things? Like, that's a serious desire he has and wants to pursue. I mean, it seems like most people do pursue wanting a relationship, that kind of thing, right? But stay with me. Or does he just want to be normal? Like, whatever that means. You know what I mean? Because I think if it is a serious desire that he wants to pursue, that's interesting. Because I feel like so far his characterization is he's very obedient and he kind of just goes with what other people want him to do. He just goes with the flow in a sense, right? It's like he always has someone controlling his life. These outside forces that just make him have to act and do things a certain way, you know? So him seriously pursuing something that he's actually interested in and wants would be meaningful as well. So it would also be very meaningful if he's actually just pursuing the idea of just being normal, right? For like for different reasons, right? There would be very different paths that he could go down that would mean different things for him as a character, right? So his dad died, rest in peace, went and hung himself without even making this month's repayment. His dad killed himself, yeah. And he immediately gets threatened by the Yakuza. So I mean, I wonder if his this obedience that we talk about and him like being trapped by his circumstances. I assume that kind of started here, right? That he's, you know, because he was a pretty young age when this happens, it looks like, and he's been doing this for years, assumedly, right? He's been stuck in this situation. So I assume this is kind of the origin of that, right? That he was trapped like this for so long by them, by this situation in a sense, you know. I don't really know what meaning to take out of the idea of his dad's death, right? Like, for one, I can imagine him feeling like abandoned, obviously. I mean, all the horrible things that people feel when someone in their family commits suicide, right? The reason why doing that is a terrible thing to do, obviously, especially if you have a son who is going to have to fend for themselves now, right? That sucks, I guess. But I assume he feels like abandoned, and like, you know, I'm sure there's a whole bunch of stuff about his dad. I assume we might get into it. I guess, I don't know, we'll see. But he meets Pochita. If you want to kill me, go ahead, I'm dead anyway. Right, it's like immediately his attitude is, I have no chance, there's nothing I can do, my life is over. Which is very understandable, because he is a kid, his dad is dead, and the Yakuza is threatening his life, right? So, very understandable. I don't even know if I should psychoanalyze it that much. But, of course, if, like, his new baseline level of thought about his life is, oh, my life is over and I'm dead, then I think that does kind of explain a lot about his life from that point moving forward, you know? Like, his mindset about things, you know? That could explain why he ended up having, like, in my mind, kind of a weirdly complicit or complacent attitude about his situation with the Yakuza, you know? Again, we didn't see that much about it, so maybe it's just kind of the vibe I'm getting, and it's not really well substantiated, but, you know. Pochita's gonna die too. He seems to think that's very meaningful to him, right? He thinks about, there's a flash in there of his dad hanging, right? I imagine just in a sense, it's just like he just doesn't want to see something else die. He has the ability to stop Pochita from dying right here, right now, you know? But at the same time, he also immediately uses this opportunity to make a contract with this devil so they can both stay alive. So he certainly, even though moments ago he said that, you know, his life is over and he's dead, he still wants to live. Yeah, I want to live too, after all. It's a very important line to include to make sure we understand that he does want to live. He wants to have a life still, obviously. He's not, like, truly, completely over it or whatever, you know? I just wonder... The important thing about a life, though, of course, is what you do with it. And that is, I guess that's what we're getting into, you know? So he starts using Pochita as a devil. I mean, as a chainsaw to go around and kill devils. Which is, I don't know. Which is pretty metal, honestly. Hmm. All he can think about is his debt. Put jam on bread, eat it together with him, fool around with a girl, play video games with her, fall asleep holding her in my arms. I assume he really does crave human connection, right? Because he has been like alone for a long time. It seems like all he has is Pochita, you know. So more so maybe than just the idea of being normal too. It's like human connection. I think you really need that, right? To reach any amount of happiness in your life at all. I think that's kind of a very important baseline thing to have, you know. Oh, and he starts coughing up blood. I am gonna hope. I don't know. I was gonna say I hope this is better now that he's merged with Pochita, but at the same time, it's like, why would they even bring this up? If this is just gonna disappear now after this scene, why would they even bring this up? You know, I feel like it has to have more meaning. I don't know. It is interesting though. It's like he's faced with his mortality in this case. You know, I heard that my mom died from some heart illness that made her cough up blood. Yeah. Hmm. God, and just imagine how awful that would be, right? How much it would feel like he wasted his whole life. If he spent his whole life trying and failing to pay off this debt, and then he just dies from this illness from his mother, you know? I guess that's kind of the sad thing, too, is saying it's from his mother, you know, is his dad's death gave him this illness, him being descended from his dad's death gave him this debt, him being descended from his mother gave him this illness that he had no part in, you know? I mean, it's not like, you know, it's not her fault for having kids, but it's not like he chose to have this illness and he's just gonna die, right? It's just like it's like truly he had no chance to influence his own life at all if that had happened, you know? Man. Hmm. At least let me have my nighttime dream. I guess he could, obviously, I don't know why I didn't, I guess I'm just dumb. Obviously, he could just be talking about the dream he was just saying he was going to have, right? He was literally just saying, oh, the dream about, you know, eating jam and having a girlfriend and playing video games and all this stuff, right? That is probably much more likely what he's talking about than the dream at the beginning of the episode, right? But who knows? So we bring Denji here to kill him, because the Yakuza have made a contract with the devil to, yeah, he hates the stench of dogs. Made a contract with the devil, and I assume they just want to kill Denji because of like what? He's a devil hunter. They know about him. I don't know. I don't know. Like, um, it could be because they think Denji is gonna. I don't know. I wonder why they felt they had to kill Denji exactly. You know, because like, what if they formed this contract with the devil now? They could just never speak to Denji ever again, and it would be fine, right? I don't think Denji would go out looking for him. You know. But well, who knows, right? He might. Yeah, after this long of being controlled by the dead, he might. So yeah, they made a contract with the zombie devil who took over all of their bodies. Just the promise of devil powers was enough for them to willingly become my slaves. Very interesting. Very interesting. The promise of devil powers. I don't know what a devil is yet. You know what I mean? Like thematically or like symbolically, like what you could say a devil represents in the story. I don't know. Definitely not there yet. I have no idea. So I don't know if they're couldn't tell you. Like, what was the tomato devil? I don't know. Right? What is a devil? I guess that is the thing that we are surely gonna figure out. Like it has to like me being a devil definitely means something, right? At the end, the girl says, oh, he's a human, right? So being a human versus being a devil certainly means something. I think like that line definitely means something more than like just in universe what it means. It means something like thematically. I'm sure it must. I just don't know what yet. So we run away and we get murdered and chopped to pieces and killed. It's interesting. It's kind of like in a sense you could say this is the end of like his life in a sense, right? Because after this he truly is like reborn. It's like he gets to try again in a sense with his new merged form with Pochita, right? Um, it really it's like a rebirth almost, you know. He dies thinking, oh, I just wanted a normal life. He didn't want to be rich. He didn't want that much, you know. Hmm. And of course, the fact that he dies thinking this, that he just wanted a normal life, makes me think that what I was talking about earlier, it really is. It's just the idea of being normal that he really wants, you know? Which is just, I don't know. I just wonder how much we're going to explore that. Because again, like, what does it mean to be normal, you know? I don't know. I don't know. Hmm. So they throw him in the dumpster. And Pochita drinks some blood and remembers the conversation they had. Go out and do some work, uses the chainsaw. Cut down some trees. That must be an insane amount of work. I might die while fighting devils. If that happens, leaving on your own would be my only regret. That's so sad. It would be his only regret. Yeah, I mean, he really has nothing else, you know? And also, of course, it shows that, like, this debt that he's trapped by doesn't mean anything to him, you know what I mean? It's just something, it's just the circumstances of his life that he's trapped by, you know? It's very interesting. Wants Pochita to take his body. Well, it's interesting, right? Because the context that Denji is explaining this, it makes it sound like Denji thinks he won't exist anymore, right? It sounds like the way he's explaining it that Denji's life will be over and it will be Pochita in his body. You know what I mean? Which again, I maybe that makes sense. It just depends how Denji views himself. You know what I mean? It's like he really is valuing the potential of Pochita to have like some kind of normal life, some kind of existence like that over himself. You know what I mean? Yeah, you can live a normal life and die like a normal person. Huh. Make my dream come true. So Pochita does merge with him, but Denji's not gone. Denji's still here. It seems like, I don't know, what, Pochita's soul is inside of him or something now? I don't know. Who knows how devils work, right? So we form a contract. I'll give you my heart. In exchange, let me see your dreams come true. I'm gonna hope we can trust Pochita, right? Surely Pochita isn't secretly evil. That would really suck if Pochita had been trolling Denji this whole time and he was secretly evil. But I will keep in mind this contract for the future, right? Like this idea, in exchange, let me see your dreams come true. That there is some stuff about that I think could be, I don't know, could be set up for later. Who knows? Who knows? So yeah, Denji now has the chainsaw, and he yeah. Why did these guys go looking for an even better life when they already had it so good? That is an interesting thing to think about, right? And he thinks even deeper. Maybe I'm no different. The happiness I had from having Pochita with me wasn't enough. I still dreamed of a better life. Right? Everyone has their dreams. So it's interesting. It's interesting what he's thinking about here, right? Because he's thinking like, okay, from my perspective, from my point of view, the life all these Yakuza guys had was like great, right? Like they had all this stuff that for me, would make me so happy, right? With my situation, right? But it's of course it's true that no matter how enviable someone's life to you might be, it might not be what they want, right? So I don't know. To me, this seems like something like this idea of dreams, right? Of just pursuing your dreams in a sense, seems like a almost like a counter to this idea of just wanting to be like normal, right? Like the idea that just meeting this baseline of just being normal, that's not really what really matters, right? What matters is pursuing your dreams, right? I guess that's what Pochita said too, about wanting to see his dreams come true, you know? I just wonder, what are Denji's dreams? What does Denji want other than perhaps this group of things that he's only decided he needs because it would mean he has a normal life now, you know? Like, is that kind of where we're going with him as a character, that he needs to find things that he actually wants to pursue in life? Who knows? I guess we'll see. And he turns into the chainsaw monster. I guess it's Chainsaw Man. And starts murdering everyone. So, cool, I guess. I was thinking, like, it probably feels pretty good to kill these Yakuza guys. Because, like, they did have him trapped in debt for so long. But I don't know, I wonder, is that a good way to look at things? Maybe, maybe. I don't know, I just wonder if the story's gonna do anything with that or not, right? Hmm. Because I guess they were bad people, and him killing them is, like, fine, right? They are zombies now. They did make a contract with the devil, so I guess that makes more sense why they should die. I just wonder, like, if Denji had the power to do that before, would he have done that to them? You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know. We'll just have to see if the story goes down that angle. I'm not gonna like think way too much about this potential thing that the story might not even be talking about. So the people in suits from the Public Safety Bureau show up, who are devil hunters that like work for the government, I guess. And man, this pink-haired girl is creepy, and she is unfazed by all of this. Hmm. These two just look like, I don't know, generic character designs. I wonder if they'll even reappear. Who knows? But yeah, she is like unfazed by the insane blood everywhere. You smell interesting. I'm sure he does. I'm sure he smells like blood and guts and death, but no, he smells like a human or like a demon. Hmm. I don't know what to make of her attitude towards him at all. She is immediately like I mean she's immediately like able to know exactly what to say to make him like become her human pet. Like I don't know. I feel like most people if they weren't like Denji and didn't have this weird thing about like obedience and like this tendency to just be ruled by outside influences that have been controlling his life forever, like most people I feel like wouldn't be like, "Yeah, I'll become your human pet." But I don't know, coincidence maybe that she knew exactly what to say to Denji and like that she ran into Denji and did this. Like I don't know. Who knows? I don't know how deeply to look into that, right? Hmm. You have a choice. You can be a devil that I kill, or you can be my human pet, right? So this is, I mean, this really is the interesting thing, right? It's like kind of this conflict in my mind between Denji being able to choose what he wants to do, right? Having like freedom in his life to pursue what he really wants, or kind of just exchanging the walls that the Yakuza erected around his life with what walls being erected by this lady who, but he thinks he's just be treated better. He thinks he'll just have a better life, right? The difference, of course, is well, I mean, no, the lack of difference there is he still won't be in control of his life. You know what I mean? And I think that's the important part. You know, I understand why it's so tempting to him. Obviously, I mean, it's possible that the idea of this kind of freedom of being able to do what he wants with his life and actually pursue his dreams is just like unthinkable to him now. But I don't know. He is obedient, huh? He's lived like that for a long time. That sounds awesome. Okay, I don't know. That was a good first episode. I am excited to see where we are going. Um, yeah, I don't know. That was cool. That was pretty cool. I Yeah, anything else I want to say? I don't really think so. So please leave a comment. Tell me what you think. Subscribe, please, if you enjoy my videos. And I will see you in the next one.